Number one, identify the data set that's represented by the line plot below. What do you think it means when you have two X's at 4? Good. There's 2 people who said they read 4 books. So what should that mean as far as my answers go? I should have 2 4s in my answer. Does A have 2 4s? Nope, so you can mark it out. Does B have 2 4s? Does C have 2 4s? Yes. Does D have 2 4s? Okay. How many 5s should I have? 3. 1, 2, 3. I should have 5 3s. Do both of them have that? Okay. How many 6s should I have? None. So which answer choice is correct? C. Okay, I shouldn't have a 6 at all in my answer. Okay. Any questions on number 1? Okay. Number 2. What is the median age for the students on the debate team? Chad, what's the key word? Median? Ethan H., what does median mean? The one in the middle, okay? We did this one a few days ago. Anybody remember how we get the number in the middle? We can't put this one in the calculator. We're going to have to do it by hand. Slash them. Very good. So you slash the 13 and then the 18, okay? Slash the 14 and 18 and so on, okay? So we're slashing 1 from each end. And where do you end up with? 17. All right. So C again. Okay. Any questions on that one? All right. Number 3. Students at Smith Middle School recently performed a play. Audience members were asked their age, and the results are shown in the histogram below. How many people who attended the play were at least 50 years old? Ethan G., what does it mean to be at least 50? Give me somebody who's at least 50 years old. Give me an example age of somebody who's at least 50. How old could they be? Very good. 55. How old could they be if they were at least 50? 56, 52. What do they have to be? Like, what's the pattern here? They have to be what? More than 50. So at least means more than 50. Okay? Yes. Yes. Or 50. Okay? Good point, Jesse. All right. So here is 50 right here. I know it's hard to see. And the people who are more than 50 are 60, 70, 80, all the way to 90. Okay? What do you think from 50 to 60, they have this number 40. What do you think that means? Very good. Okay, so you got 40 from 50 to 60. You got 22 people from 60 to 70, 13 from 70 to 80, and 3 from 80 to 90. What are we going to have to do? Very good. So, hey, please don't jump ahead. Thank you. We got 40. We got to add it to 22. We've got to add it to 13, and we have to add it to 3. These are all the people who are more than 50 years old. Okay? All right. What'd you say we get, Dylan? 78. So that one is D. Okay. Questions? Okay. All right. Number 4. Which of the following data sets matches the histogram? Okay. So again, from 0 to 5 minutes, how many pupils, that means students, how many students took 0 to 5 minutes? 2. 2 students took 0 to 5 minutes. How many students took 6 to 10 minutes on their, let's say, homework? 8 pupils, that means students, okay? How many took 11 to 15 minutes on their homework? 5. And how many took 16 to 20? 2. Okay, so let's look. So for 0 to 5 minutes, only 2 people. So does number 1 fall in the category from 0 to 5? Does 1 fall in this, like, interval from 0 to 5? Does 1 go from 0 to 5? Yeah. What about 5? Is it also in here? So you have 2 numbers that fall in here. Is that how many students you should have? So this is kind of like saying 1 minute and 5 minutes. So 2 people took 1 and 5. Okay. Is there any answer choice we can mark out that doesn't fit 2 students from 0 to 5? Okay, because look, here you have a student who took 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. So how many students is that? That's 5 students. Do we have 5 students right here? No. Okay. All right, so you can mark out C. Okay. All right, so from the 6 to 10 range, there should be 8 numbers. So from 6 to 10, there should be 8 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does A have 8 numbers from 6 to 10? No. Does B have 6 numbers? Or how many do we need? 8 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Does it have 8 of them? Yes. So the answer is B. Okay. All right, how do you find a percentage? You may know how you find a percent. It is exponential, but in this case, we're just going to do like straight math. So it's the part divided by the total. So you take whatever part you want, and you divide it by the total. So to find a percentage, you take the part you want, and you divide by the total. So here's an example. 78 out of 80 students think Miss Williams is fabulous. What percentage is that? So how do we find that percentage? Okay, so what part do we want? 78's the part. And then we divide. How many total students were there? 80. Okay, so do 78 divided by 80. And you can times it by 100. You only subtract 1 when it's exponential, like when it's in parentheses. So we're not subtracting 1 today because we're not doing exponential. We're doing statistics. Okay? So what do you get when you times it by 100? So it's 97.5%. Okay? 97.5%. All right. Okay, here we go. All right, so number 5, Marsha surveyed all the members of the middle school band about their favorite class this semester. The results are shown in the table below. What percentage of students like science the best? Okay. All right, guys, I need you to all listen carefully. Look up here real quick for me. Ethan, up here just for a minute because I need to show you something that will be important on these other ones. When it says percentage of, whatever comes next, it's going to go on the bottom. So when it says percentage of students, students are going to go on the bottom, the total students. Okay? How do we find the total number of students? Add them up. All right, somebody add all these up for me. All right, so 54 is my total students. So that goes on the bottom. Okay? So when it says percentage of, whatever comes next, it's going to go on the bottom. Okay? Then you keep reading. What else do we want to know on this one? Who likes science? How many students like science? 15. That's going to go on top. Okay? So 15 divided by 54. What are we getting? Okay, 27.7 or 27.8%. 27.8%. Okay. So this number was science. Okay. Times about 100, remember? Or you can move the decimal. Okay. All right. Number 6, the table shows the number of students who score within an average score range on the semester's final exam in math. Which statement is true about the distribution? All right, this says 10% of the girls had scores from 81 to 90. Okay. All right, guys, please pay attention for me on this one. Okay, notes are going kind of quick, but this one I really need your attention on. It says percent of the girls. So girls is going to go on the bottom of my fraction, the total girls. Okay, so look up here at the chart. How am I going to get the total girls? Add them up. So add the girls. 3 plus 6 plus 6 more. 15 plus 10 more plus 4. So that goes on the bottom. So when it says, after it says of, whatever comes next goes on the bottom. So 29 girls. Then you keep reading. We need scores from 81 to 90. So how many girls were from 81 to 90? So that goes on top. Okay, so do 10 divided by 29 times it by 100. What do you get? So does it match answer choice A? Do you get 10%? Nope. So you can mark out A. We don't get 10%. Okay. All right, B says 38% of the boys had scores 81 to 90. All right, so Chuck, what's going to go on the bottom of my fraction for B? Very good, because that's what comes after the of. So the boys. Chuck, how am I going to get the total boys? Very good. Add them all up. So guys, 2 plus 4 plus 4 more plus 9 plus 4, 24. So there's 24 total boys. Okay? Haley, what number is going to go on top of my fraction? Very good. How did you get that? You needed 81 to 90 for the boy. So that is 9. Okay? All right. Gracie, what do you get when you divide 9 divided by 24? All right, so that rounds up to what? 38. So is that what B says, 38%? So B is our answer. Okay. All right. Number 7, which circle graph best shows these data? So if you notice here, they have the number of students who like painting, drawing, sculpture, and other. What have they done in the circle graphs? Yes, very good. All right, you are both correct. They've made them percentages. So, Chad, how would I make painting into a percent? What would I have to do? Very good. You'd have to add all these up. Has anyone already done that? Like that? Okay. All right, so Chuck, you're right. Chad, you'd have to add them all up. That goes on the bottom. What number would go on top to figure out for painting? Good. Okay, so I'm doing painting right now, guys. Haley, what do you get when you divide 714 by 2024? All right, 35%. Zaria, A has 35% for painting. C has 35% for painting. B has it. Does D have 35% for painting? No. So we can mark out D. Okay? All right, let's do drawing next. Jesse, how would I figure out the percentage for drawing? Good. So the part over your total. Good job, Jesse. Ethan G, what does that one give you? 35 again. All right, so that's for drawing. Andrea, which one has 35% for drawing? B. So we can stop there because that one doesn't and that one doesn't. So it has to be B. Okay. All right, number 8. The table below shows the number of tickets sold to each age group for 2 movies. Approximately what percent of the ticket sales were senior citizen tickets to movie Z? All right, Dylan, what is going to go on the bottom for this one? I don't need a number. I won't like. The total. So it says percent of ticket sales. So that's going to go on the bottom. The total ticket sales. It's going to go on the bottom. Who up here is buying tickets? Who's buying tickets? They all are. They're all buying tickets. So we need to add them all up. We got to add the whole table up. Okay? Add the whole table up. Anybody got it? All of them. Aren't they all buying tickets? Yep, they're all buying tickets. Okay? All right. Ethan H., what number is going on top for this one? Got to keep reading. Senior citizens who went to movie Z, 32. So senior citizens that went to movie Z, there are 32 of them. 32. Chuck, divide that and see what you get for us. Which rounds to? 11. Okay. So this was seniors to movie Z. That's how I got that. Okay. Questions? Okay. Number 9. What percent of people wearing yellow had blue eyes? Haley, what number is going to go on the bottom for this one? What? So after the percent of, people wearing yellow is going to go on the bottom. So whatever comes after the of goes on the bottom. So Haley, how many people are wearing yellow? 40. Okay. So guys, you have to read carefully on this one. So this one, I want to know of the people wearing yellow. So that's my total, just the people wearing yellow. Okay. Andrew, what number is going to go on top? Very good. It has to be people wearing yellow, because that's what we're talking about, but they also have to have blue eyes. So that is 10. Okay. 10 divided by 40? What? 25%. Okay. Any questions? Okay. Number 10. What percentage of the students with a math average greater than or equal to 90 do not speak a foreign language? All right, Ethan G., what's going to go on the bottom? Like, not the number, but words. Huh? Huh? Total what? It's whatever comes after the of. What comes after the of? Students what? So on the bottom is whatever comes after the of. So it's students with a math average greater than or equal to 90. Okay, so students with a math average greater than or equal to 90. So Chuck, how many students have a math average greater than or equal to 90? That's people who have a math average greater than 90 and speak a foreign language. How many just have a math average greater than 90? $85. You have to put them all together. I want all the students with a math average greater than 90. Dylan, you still writing it down? Good. Chad, what number is going to go on top? 15. Also on top, they do not need to speak a foreign language. Okay. Ethan H., what do you get for your answer? So that rounds to 18%. So fix it, please. You got to pay attention to what the question's asking. They're all different. All right, number 11. Brittany asked 50 of her classmates if they preferred a vacation in the mountains or at the beach. The results of the survey are shown below. What is the approximate difference in the percentage of males who prefer the mountains and percentage of females who prefer the mountains? Dylan, what are we going to have to do on this one? Eventually we are. Let's back up though. What are we going to have to do on this one that's different? You're going to have to do them both. You're going to have to do two separate percentages and then do what with them? Nope. Nope. Guys, read the question. What? Minus and why? Why? Because it says the difference. So we're going to have to subtract the two different percentages. So we're going to have to find two different percentages. Okay? All right. Jesse, first help me find this one. The percent of males who prefer the mountain. So what would go on the bottom, Jesse? How'd you get that? Okay, so he did. So the males goes on the bottom. What number goes on the top, Jesse? Good. So the ones who just prefer the mountains. Okay. All right, what are y'all getting for that one? 17 divided by 29. Okay. Did anybody else do it and check, Chad? Okay, thanks. All right. Gracie, help me with this second one. Percentage of females who prefer the mountains. What number is going to go on the bottom, Gracie? So when it says percentage of females, so I need all the females, the total females. 21. And then what number goes on top? 5. What are y'all getting for that one? No. What? 58.62 minus 23.8. I can't hear both of you at the same time. Can't be. 58.62 minus 23.8. 58.62 All right, so 35%. Okay. All right. I think this is the last one, right? Number 12? Is this the last one? Okay. All right. What is the difference in the percentage of students 10 to 13 who eat breakfast and the percentage of students 14 to 17 who eat breakfast? Dylan, tell me something I'm going to have to do on this one. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. What's a keyword? What does that mean to do? Okay, very good. I'm going to have to subtract the 2%, okay? All right, Gracie, help me find the first percent. It's the percent of what? What does it say? Good. So we need students 10 to 13. Gracie, how many students are there 10 to 13? 54. Very good. So that goes on the bottom. Jesse, you writing this down? All right, Chad, what number goes on top for this one? What does it say? 10 to 13 who eat breakfast. 40. Okay. All right, Andrea, 40 divided by 54. $74? Okay, we'll just go with that. All right, and Andrea, help me with this other percent. What does it say? The percent of what? So how many total students are there from 14 to 17? Good. Ethan G., what number is going on top for this one? What? Yep. And that one gives you 33%. And Haley, what do I do last? And Jesse, what do you get? 41%. Very good. All right, Jesse, you may go to the bathroom. Here's 2 Oyos.